We've checked in with CFOs, CEOs, with Motti, with the Deutsche Bank CFO. They all gave us a glimpse of the flow show as a result of Credit Suisse's implosion. What has been the most direct, demonstrable set of numbers you can give the market today in terms of the consequence for SocGen? Did you have significant net new money inflows? Did you have flows into asset management? Is there anything in these numbers that will speak to that flow show across borders?
Listen, I think we are presenting very strong liquidity ratios. Our LCR ratio went up from 141% end of 2022 to 171%. There's an increase of deposit compared with last year. So we have also, perhaps just to give you a figure, 212 billion euros in cash at central banks level. So, I mean, there has been absolutely, like for other European banks, actually, no change at all, a very strong stability of the liquidity situation in European banks. And of course, very different from what we see from the small and mid-sized banks in the US, where I see the figures. So a very different picture. Overall, very strong stability. You see effectively people moving some money to term deposits to get a better yield, but nothing compared with the US situation for small and mid-sized regional banks.
And that's not over yet when it comes to the U.S. It's this loop of stocks selling off, PacWest falling another 20% plus yesterday. That perhaps spooking depositors. We also saw deposit outflows from them too. Are you perhaps worried that the worst isn't over yet in America? And again, further potential spillover effects to the rest of the banking sector across the world?
Listen, again, I'm not the best to comment on the US situation, and I tend to agree with you. The situation is probably not over, but to a certain extent, this Q1 reflects that there is no contagion effect. The situation, the structure of the banking market in Europe is very different. As you know, the regulatory framework is also very different. We apply the same rules, whatever the size of the banks, which was different from the US. We have no hidden losses, if I may say, mark-to-market losses on the sovereign portfolios, whatever. So, I mean, the situation is very different. So yes, the situation can remain volatile with turbulences going forward, but I don't think there's a spillover to be expected in the European banking market.